Hi everyone, this is Glenn Fleury from Boardgames and Bourbon, and I want to tell you a little bit about Rob Daviaus' Mountains of Madness. I seem to have a lot of Rob Daviaus games, and I was lucky enough to participate in some early test playing and feedback, which is really good, because one of the suggestions I made for the game, now it's a big deal, is that I said, hey, why don't you actually, instead of off to the side of the board, put the cards on the board itself so it's a nice unified thing. And he took that advice, and I had a little bit of advice on unifying the words through the rule book so that you have the same terminology. It flows a little better. But Mountains of Madness now has been discussed on at trade shows. It's been on Board Game Geek. They've talked about it and they did an expose. The art has been uploaded, so I don't really think I'm talking out of turn here. It's already been shown off and made public. So here are not my judgment of it, but I'm going to tell you how it plays. And I want to say this because I saw some people saying, is it a party game, this, that, and the other? The quick deal on it. I can't put up the art, but you can look in BBG about it, right? Because I haven't actually taken any pictures of it myself. But essentially what it is, it's a 3 to 5 player game. And this is going to be a game that is really good for LARP players, for live action role play. And the reason I say that is because there is an element to this game where you are acting out afflictions that you get. Essentially, there is a mountain, and you're trying to work your way up this mountain. The mountain is a triangle. If you start here, you can then travel to adjacent locations. And you are trying to get to the top of the mountain and then kind of like escape on like a rope bridge off the mountain or something like this. And if you succeed in a task, you get better cards into this deck that you're dealing with. That makes the job easier. If you fail, kind of like afflictions come out. And this might mean maybe you can't communicate, or maybe someone's a liar, or I don't remember all the details like that. But these afflictions come out and you have to act them out. Now, for the pressure minute of this, for the pressure quality of this, there's like a minute timer, at least in one I tried. And so you have to make decisions as a group on how to solve whatever scenario you're confronted with. And little scenarios are these little cards that are right in front of you. And you need to solve that within a given time period. So how do you solve these things? Well, maybe this particular scenario says you need to put 8 to 12 gun resources into this pile within 1 minute. And Johnny might have a card that says 3 guns, and you might have a card that says 5 guns, but someone else has a gun that says 9 guns. And you're trying to figure out how to sort it out really fast. And you're getting rid of resources, you're hedging that new ones will come out. Do I burn it here? Do I save it? Is the affliction that bad? This kind of deal like that. And as the game progresses, it becomes more and more difficult. So it's kind of like you're playing the Grizzled, except you're acting out the Grizzled. So that's a pretty cool element. Now, that's pretty much the whole game. It takes about 60 to 90 minutes, 3 to 5 players, as I recall. There's a dog. Okay, now, where was I? Sorry, I had to take a barking dog break there for a minute. So now, what I've seen since I've played the game is fantastic art. It is engrossing, and it's mystical, and it's barren and cold. It doesn't seem so doomsday as I thought. It was more like artwork that inspired revelation as you worked your way up this mountain. So it looks pretty cool. I'm going to try to look forward to some test plays and previews and reviews that come out. But that's some clarity on what that game's going to be. Boy, I'll tell you what, Rob Daviaus, he had this little play group testing thing. Great guy, man. Great feedback. So appreciative of what you have to offer. I mean, just a really great experience. I've probably contributed now to maybe 20 games, and this is one of my favorite experiences. So working through the process. Really appreciate the opportunity to be part of it, man, and looking forward to the final project. Okay, thanks, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.